Our group is about to present to you our report on historical foundation of mathematics, presented by the students of PSET 06101A, Reynaldo A. Comar, Christine Joy Embrado, and Eris Godwin San Lorenzo. Presented to Professor Nida Alcantara, subject Math 100. The topics to be discussed today are the definition of mathematics, what mathematicians do, and the paradoxes of mathematics. Next slide. First topic to be discussed is what is mathematics. Next slide. The term mathematics is derived from two Greek words, mathemian, which means learning, and techne, an art of technique. Therefore, it means the art of learning related to disciplines. Next slide. Before we proceed to the definition, to the true definition of mathematics, let's hear it from a mother's definition. This is from Tracy Johnston Zager's Becoming the Math Teacher You Wish You'd Had. Through the definition of a mother, math is when they hand you a sheet of paper and it has a word problem you don't understand on it. Parang dinedefine siya ng isang mother na isang... Okay na ba yun? Dinedefine siya ng isang mother na parang isang problema na hindi nila maintindihan. Parang hindi muna nila inintindi yung math nung time na nagsastudy sila noon. Kaya nung time na naging mother sila, yun yung projection nila ng mathematics na puro problem na hindi naman nai-apply sa tunay na buhay. Pero hindi naman. Let's see dun sa mga definition na binigay nung mga mathematician pati na mga dictionary. Next slide. Definition of mathematics. First, from the Cambridge Dictionary, it is the study of numbers, shapes, and spaces using reason and usually a special system of symbols and rules for organizing them. While si Aristotle naman, dinefine niya in a simple way yung mathematics. It is the science of quantity. Science daw siya ng bilang, in Tagalog quantity, in Tagalog bilang. And lastly, dinefine siya ng Encyclopedia Britannica na the science of structure, order, and relation that has evolved from elemental practices of counting, measuring, and describing the shapes of objects. Next slide. Pero ito talaga yung pinaka-generally tinatanggap na definition ng mathematics. Mathematics is a systematized, organized, and exact branch of science that deals with quantitative facts, relationships, as well as with problems involving space and forms. Next slide. To end this report of mine, just a reminder to everyone that mathematics may not teach us how to add love or minus hate, but it gives us every reason to hope that every problem has a solution. In the end po, tinuruan tayo ni math, hindi para ma-apply yung mga tinuro sa atin. Pero we can apply naman lahat ng itinuro sa atin during our school days. Pero tinuturuan tayo na yung mga bawat problem na encounter natin sa buhay, may solusyon yon. Thank you. Next reporter.
Good day, ma'am. The next topic is all about what a mathematician can do. Next, please. What can you do with a mathematician degree? First is careers in accountancy and finance. A career in accountancy offers a range of options for math graduates across many different industries. Careers in banking, actuarial careers, and statistician careers, and careers in academia and research, engineering, meteorology, and teaching. Next, please. Next po. Eric's. Mathematicians work in government and in private science and engineering research. They work on teams with engineers, scientists, and other professionals. Workers other than the formal mathematician use mathematical techniques. For example, engineers, computer scientists, physicists, and economists use mathematics extensively. Some workers, such as statisticians, actuaries, and operations research analysts, are specialists in particular branch of mathematics. Some people with a mathematics background become math teachers. Primary responsibilities. Here's an exhaustive list of common tasks mathematicians are required to complete: applying mathematical theories and techniques to solve practical problems in different areas such as business, engineering, science, and the manufacturing industry; developing computational methods to solve problems based on observations; performing calculation and applying methods of numerical analysis on data; identifying trends and relationship among variables; and determining appropriate methods for data and analysis; and using mathematical principles to solve problems in applied science. Developing mathematical models of phenomena for analytical and study purposes. First is designing computer models and mathematical simulations, studying and behavior of variables and phenomena based on mathematical theories, formulating hypotheses and carrying out experiments to verify them, collecting and documenting information based on findings, and applying findings to fields of applied science and the advancement of mathematics. Next po. Staying updated in their field of knowledge. First is reading mathematical journals and published papers, liaising with other mathematicians, attending professional conferences, and keeping track of new advancements and trends, sharing their research and findings by writing reports and publishing papers or speaking at a professional conference. First is presenting research to colleagues and preparing and explaining analytical reports. Designing, analyzing, and deciphering encryption system based on mathematical algorithm. First is making use of encryption methods to convey secret messages for military, law enforcement, or governmental use, analyzing security system, network, and data to ensure safety, and developing new codes, and updating existing ones. Establishing a new principle and relationship between mathematical doctrines to further contribute to scientific and technological development. First is designing new mathematical and scientific models, and conducting research to extend and advance mathematical knowledge in algebra, geometry, and probability statistics and logic. Conducting research to extend their mathematical knowledge and staying updated in the field of mathematics. Applying mathematical techniques and principles to solve problems. Creating mathematical models to work out problems and run simulation. Documenting and presenting research to colleagues, and teaching mathematical principles and methods to schools and university students. And the last one is designing and deciphering encryption codes. That's all. Thank you. Next reporter po.
Hi ma'am, my name is Lorenzo, and I'm going to report paradoxes of mathematics. A paradox, a statement or proposition that seems self-contradictory or absurd, but in reality expresses a possible truth. Any person, things, or situations exhibiting an apparent, apparently contradictory nature, a self-contradictory and false proposition. Means po ng isang paradox is para siyang isa pong thought na pwedeng tama, pwedeng mali din po. Based din sa tao na nagsasabi ng paradox na yun. Tapos, yung purpose of the paradox apparently is the statement that underlying meaning of which is revealed only by careful scrutiny. The purpose of the paradox is to arrest attention and provoke fresh thoughts. The statement less is more is an example. Like yung sinabi ko po kanina, ma'am, na yung paradox po is parang kumukuha lang po siya ng attention sa ibang tao para magbigay po siya ng parang thoughts, parang mapapalito niya po yung tao, ganun. Kung tama po ba yung sinabi niya o hindi. Based dun sa situation na sinabi niya. Ito po yung mga famous paradoxes in mathematics. Russell paradox, famous proof of contradiction, the rich guess paradox, geometry paradox, paradox of time travel, Zenus dichotomy paradox, and staircase paradox. Ito po yung yung Russell's paradox. Yung Russell's paradox po kasi, ma'am, wala po siya talagang definition. Parang yung meaning po ng Russell paradox is nagbe-base lang po siya sa isang situation. Dito po. Russell paradox is based on an example like this. Consider a group of barbers who shave only those men who don't not shave themselves. Suppose there is a barber in this collection who does not shave himself. Then, by the definition of the collection, he must shave himself. But no barber in the collection can shave himself. If so, he would be a man who does shave men who shaves themselves. Parang ganito po siya, ma'am. Kung ang isang barbero po ay ginugupitan po yung isang lugar na siya lang po yung barbero, ang iisipin po nila, sinong magugupit dun sa barbero? But then, yung naisip ko ng iba, anong gagawin ng barbero kung wala siyang mahanap na barbero magugupit sa kanya? Tapos yung gugupitan niya is, meron na ding gugupitan ng iba. Parang ganun po, ma'am. Tapos, ito naman pong rich guess paradox. This is a ito na po yung situation. There is a very poor, quaint little town where everyone is in a huge debt with someone but with no money to pay for it. There is a hotel which is hardly seeing any business anymore. They are soon to shut it down. One day, a very wealthy American guest show up and he wants to spend a night there. However, before he confirms, he asks for a tour of the hotel, and the receptionist asks for a security deposit which the American can take back in case he doesn't like the rooms. It turns out by matter of luck, this is the exact amount of the hotel owned of the chef a salary for 3 months which they hadn't been able to pay. They gave the cash to the chef. The chef saw that this was the exact amount of cash he owed the grocer for months of groceries he hadn't been able to pay for. He paid the grocer. The grocer realized it was the exact amount of the owed the doctor for treating his wife's arthritis. The doctor paid the money to the nurse for 2 months of service he couldn't pay for. The nurse was new to the town, so she had been staying in the hotel for a few days before she found a house to rent. She too was poor and couldn't pay the hotel at the time. The money she received from the doctor was exactly what she owed the hotel, so she paid. Now the hotel had got back the exact amount it paid the chef. Now the guest has finished his tour of the rooms. Turns out that he doesn't like it. He takes back his security deposit from the hotel and leaves, never to seen again. So everyone there has been paid, but nothing is different from before, except everyone is now happy. Dito po sa paradox na to, ma'am, yung isang, parang, dito, ma'am, yung nagbibigay ng thought is, sino yung pinaka, dito? Pinaka swerte, parang ganun po. Kasi, sa situation na po ito, ma'am, lahat po sila is parang nabayaran lahat yung utang nila ng walang binabayaran at saka walang ginagastos, wala silang natatanggap, ganun po. Parang lahat po ng lahat ng utang nila is nabayaran ng walang dahilan. Tapos yung yung utang nila is nabayaran nang hindi nila alam kung paano saan nila nakuha yung pera, ganun po. Tapos ito po yung staircase paradox. What is the length of the staircase? 3/4. Yung horizontal is 4. Yung vertical increase is the length of 7. Tapos yung magiging length okay. Ito na po. What is the length of staircase? Dito mo pinapakita yung yung length, yung pinapakita yung length ng ng tawag dito, ma'am, ng staircase, ma'am, kasi ma'am staircase 7. Tapos parang yung paano nakuha po yung yung length na 7 is ginamit po tong kaya nakuha. Tapos kahit po kahit bali-balik, kahit dagdagan po ng dagdagan yung staircase, makukuha pa rin po talaga is yung length is 7. Parang ganito po. Kahit dagdagan ng madagdagan at parang sa infinite is ang makukuha pa rin yung length is 7. Tapos dito sa sa paradox na to is ginamit yung Pythagorean theorem na kahit parehas lang po sila ng ng tawag dito ng size is magkaiba yung length na sinasabi. By the way na ibang method yung ginamit. Ganun po. Thank you.